All right, welcome to the Glutes Masterclass. My name is Fritz. This is Wioletta, my good friend. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm tired, but good.
Yes, it is pretty late, but we got the whole gym for ourselves, which is pretty epic. And I did want to take some time and get an expert on board on how to build your glutes, right? Your booty, whatever you want to call it. And this is especially for you, obviously, if you're a woman, wants to build their glutes, but also if you're a man. And it is one of our most important muscle groups in our bodies, right? Not just for the biggest one, right? Not just for looks, but also functionality. And we have seen a lot of people still doing a lot of mistakes, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I have some knowledge about glutes, but Wioletta has even her own program where she helps women and men also, I think so, right?
I mean, yeah,
Mostly
no
women.
judgment. If you want to join as a man, you're welcome to.
So she's really an expert in the topic, obviously in all things fitness as well. And we're just gonna bounce off ideas to each other and go through the workout together and show you guys how do you actually build glutes, what are the most important things to focus on, which exercises are best. She's an expert at that, so she's gonna guide us through that. What mistakes to avoid, right? What pitfalls to avoid, and also a sample workout routine, workout day that you can try at home. Not at home, probably in a gym, right?
Most likely at the gym. At least if you want serious gains.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna take you through the workout and see you for the first exercise.
Let's go. So first exercise is RDLs.
Yes.
We will need a barbell for that.
Barbell.
You can also do dumbbell.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's better? What is better?
I mean, I think it depends. Like if you're an absolute beginner, I think you can start with a dumbbell because obviously the weight is gonna be much easier to handle. But if you wanna actually build them glutes, then I think barbell is better because you can load it up a lot more.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can handle a lot more weight, which is great.
Or even Smith machine, that's great too.
Oh, that's good. That's right. Smith machine is this one here.
We can actually do Smith if you want.
Yeah, we can do that. It's especially if you're a beginner and who's kind of afraid of handling heavier weights. Smith machine is maybe the better choice, but maybe we should let's do the normal one.
Okay, dumbbell?
Let's do barbell, maybe.
Barbell? I mean, you've got a lot of choices, so that's great.
We can show all of them as well, if that's an
can
option.
do.
Okay, so do you do any leg warm-ups? Like when you train legs or glutes, do you do any body weight warm-ups?
I do dynamic stretches, so just like leg swings and just on the floor some stuff. Do you want to warm up?
Let's do that, yeah.
Let's do it.
I think I also, when I train legs, I also do leg swings.
Yeah, so just make sure you have something to hold on to and then just swing your legs.
Exactly. Like that at 10 p.m. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think I've trained that late in the past 5 years, if I'm being honest.
Right.
I also like to swing from the side as well.
Yeah.
So you can really warm up your adductors and your hip bones and everything.
So would you say that leg exercises are pretty prone to injury, or?
I don't think so. I don't think so if you know what weight you can handle and if you just keep a proper form.
Okay.
I don't think in general going to the gym is that high in injuries. Do you think that?
I don't think so. I think there's other sports that are more like CrossFit, right?
Yes. Oh my God, absolutely.
CrossFit is, I think, one of the highest injury risks.
Yep.
Or injury rates.
Yeah. I think gym is pretty safe, honestly. As long as you're not being silly.
Yeah.
Just know what weight you can actually handle and just do it right.
That's right.
So I also like to do some stuff on the floor.
Okay.
It's really until your legs feel like butter. Get
That'll
down
be hard
there!
for me.
What are you doing?
That will be hard for me. Oh. I'm not the most flexible one.
That's okay. You can work on it. All right. Feeling warm?
Yes, feeling good.
Let's go.
So warm-up sets are important as well, right? So you don't want to start with the weights right away.
No.
You want to start with how much do you want to?
So I think I'm just going to show everything with just the barbell itself without any weights on.
Yep.
And then we're just going to put some weights on.
Perfect.
So what you want to do is grab the barbell. Just stand very stably. Always keep your shoulders to the very back. Instead of doing this, really put your shoulder blades to the back so your chest is like facing forward and like actually facing to the sky.
Yeah.
And when you're going down, you're not thinking about going down actually, you're thinking about driving your glutes to the back. So imagine you have like a door behind you that you're trying to close with your glutes. So it's not an upward and downward movement, it's more so like a hip hinge movement.
Yes.
You're not going all the way down, because if I do, that's where I'm actually involving my hamstrings. But because we're focusing on the glutes today, we're only going until here.
That's a
Now
really
we're
good
coming
point.
up.
Yeah.
And always having your chest like really facing forward.
Yes. And you're not pulling with your back, right?
Nope.
You're really making your glutes work.
Everything is totally stable, stable,
Yeah.
except my hips. Like only my hip is moving and my knees are like slightly bit bent.
Yes. It's like if you take your hands, like think about them like a hook. Right?
Yes.
You're not like pulling.
You're not pulling
it's
with your
just-
upper body at all.
Yeah.
Correct. Do you want to have a little go?
Yes, let's have a little go. So usually I go pretty low because I usually do it for hamstrings. So
Yeah.
you're saying that I should not go that low?
No.
Okay.
You're going to feel when your glute is not involved anymore because you cannot push any further back.
Okay.
Keep your chest even more out. Yes. That looks better. Yeah. Do you feel it?
Yes, feels good. Yeah, I don't do legs too often to make a statement here, but it's crucial.
Looks great.
So, good
Awesome.
stuff. How much do you usually deadlift?
So I actually only do RDLs. I don't do any conventional or sumo deadlifts. And like we can start with 60 kg, I think.
Cool.
Like around 120 pounds. So
Start with that. Wow.
I mean, we can also stop there. Start and stop.
Yeah. Okay.
2020s on here.
Yes, right here. So how do you determine if someone's a beginner, how much weight to use? Like how much should they be using?
Definitely not that. Definitely not
Yeah.
that. So probably start like honestly first with just a barbell, and then you can start with like 5s on each side, like 5 kgs, and then like 10s, and then like work up your weight. But like honestly, like focus on form and also like the speed of your workout, like your motions. Like don't really try to like, okay, I'm done here.
Yeah.
Like really like do it intentionally and slowly, so you can like really feel your muscle. Because otherwise, no, just don't.
Yeah. If you just use momentum, then
Yeah.
the muscle's not being worked, and then you're not making any progress. So, all right, this is 60 kg, big weights.
Another tip, usually, I would be using straps. We don't have those, so what I do, like usually I would grip like from, how do you call it? Like
Overhand grip.
overhand grips, but because I don't have any straps, so my grip strength is just not the best, at least not for 60 kilos for like 8 to 10 reps. So I'm gonna do a reverse grip. So one hand is over, one hand is under, and that's gonna give me a lot more strength to actually lift the barbell.
Perfect.
Oh, wait. We're gonna use
It's the safety thing.
safety thingies. Not that we think something is gonna happen, but just always do it.
Just to stay safe.
Like there's just, it's not cool to like be, I don't know, I don't even know what you're
Drop
trying
the
to be.
weights. It has happened to me before with bench press, but always stay safe. Nice. Nice. Nice and clean. Like she said, focus on form. Don't be too fast with the movement, especially if you're a beginner. You want to make sure you actually target the right muscle groups. And that's how you make progress. Nice. Perfect. Good stuff.
If you're able to talk during your set, you're not doing
You're
a proper
doing
set.
it right. Yeah, exactly.
Like you should be out of breath, I think.
I have clients ask me sometimes, hey, what if I don't need 90 seconds rest? Because we put the rest in the programs. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if you don't need it, you're not doing it right.
Correct,
Like, I'm
absolutely.
looking forward to every single rest period. I'm
Yes.
like, yes, I can rest.
Yeah, that's such a great actually like mental hook to also have. Like if you need like less than 90 seconds, you can push harder.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hot.
So.
I'm gonna need to undress.
Take it off. Yeah, so I can do overhand grip still, but I'll probably need the cross grip like at like 100 kilo plus maybe. But grip strength is something that you can't really train. You just get better at it over time. So straps do help if you want to keep progressing. And if your grip is a limiting factor,
yes,
then it's really unfortunate if you can push more weights.
Yeah.
So that's good advice.
Focus on your chest. Really have it like expanding. Yes. There it is. Awesome.
There it is.
Now you're gonna feel your glutes way more. Yes.
Oh, that actually helped, yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Also these shoes, wait. These shoes are not the best choice, right? You can have like flat shoes.
Yeah. Ideally, I mean, can you just lift bare feet, like with socks?
Yeah, that's right.
If you want. Do you
That's
want
what
to
I do
put
in
some more
Bali.
weights on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to do just more like 2 5s?
Yeah.
Let's not go too crazy today at 10 p.m.
Yeah, crazy night. I had a Red Bull. I was like, not gonna sleep well, but.
I don't have any caffeine.
Never.
I don't do caffeine.
Really?
Yeah.
No ways.
Yeah.
You're a unicorn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I quit caffeine like 3 years ago now, I think. I'm feeling great.
That's strong. So do you drink any tea or?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Like no green tea, no matchas, nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. Your system just
tried.
like clears it out and you have like your own energy back, you know?
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I tried for like 21 days,
It takes longer than that.
but I was still feeling so shit.
Yeah.
I was like depressed. Like, I don't want to live anymore.
Yeah,
like,
the first few days you have a headache, you just feel like so tired. Like I remember the first week I was napping like 2-3 times a day.
yeah.
It was
Same.
crazy, yeah.
So then you say after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it gets better?
It gets better, definitely. Yes. But you have to keep pushing, it's not easy.
Okay, damn.
Okay, we're gonna do one more.
Yes, one more.
I don't think I ever lifted that weight actually without straps.
All right, it's a big day
So
today.
that'll be interesting to see. Let's do it.
Yeah, with the cross grip as well, try to mix it up as well. If you do it like one set this way and then one set the other way, so you don't develop any imbalance. Nice. Nice. Clean. Also the breathing technique, very good. You wanna
You want to breathe.
you wanna breathe, exactly. So with the deadlift, when you go down, right? So when you are up, you will want to breathe in. And then when you go up, you want to breathe out.
Actually, a lot of people like stop breathing during sets.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, so I don't know, like maybe like nervous. They're like, okay, I'm just not gonna breathe at all.
Yeah, I can feel that. I
But
did
you
that
lose
as well.
a lot of power through that.
That's right.
Like your breath is so powerful during your workout.
Great work. So new PR, you did this without straps.
No, that's not a new PR. I said I never lifted this weight without straps.
Without straps, exactly.
Yeah.
New PR without straps. All right. Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's going light today.
Of course. Only for the video. It's a deload week. Okay.
Yes, nice. Think about the imaginary door that you're closing. Slower. Yes. Nice. Looks good. Keep your chest up, also at the bottom.
Nice.
Awesome.
Do you find glutes attractive in men when they have
Absolutely.
strong glutes?
Yes. If you're a guy watching this and not training your glutes, this is your sign. No, honestly, like I think when men don't have like trained glutes, their overall physique just like doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying? Like it just looks like you have like like the biggest muscle in your body is just not developed. Why? I think it just has to like complete the whole look.
So this is your sign if you're watching this.
Totally.
What's next? What's next?
Okay, next we're gonna do Bulgarian split squats.
Ooh.
A highly hated exercise actually. But we're gonna do this on the Smith machine because I believe that the biggest reason people don't like it is because of the balancing factor. And I'm a person who can't balance at all. Like my balance is just really off. When I do this on the Smith machine, I don't have to balance at all. And then I can really focus on like isolating my glutes rather than like, okay, am I like shifting? Am I like wobbling? We're just gonna eliminate that.
Love that. That's great.
Awesome.
So is it different from the barbell squats? So what is better? Like Bulgarian split squats or like normal barbell squats? What's your opinion?
So I personally haven't squatted in like over 2 years.
Wow.
Like I don't squat at all just because I don't really like squatting, especially for glute growth, because it's like it's a compound lift, right? And I think it has like so many factors that you have to like look out for that are too technical and you can't really increase your weights that well. That's why I just don't believe it's a great exercise to like especially grow your glutes. What do you think?
Yeah, I think pretty similar. I think it's a great compound lift, but especially for the glutes, it doesn't even activate it. Like they did EMS like activation scans, and it mostly activates your quads. Yeah. So especially if you're a woman, you don't really want to have like huge quads, maybe, but maybe.
Working on them.
So it's more of a quad-heavy exercise, and it's very technical, like you said. If you're a beginner, it's like
it's too much to think about, and like the more stress you have, like even if it's just mental stress, the less effective the exercise is. So like just like eliminate all stress factors and just like focus on a mind-muscle connection, and I think it's gonna be better.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Perfect.
The most hated exercise in the world.
But it's so good, actually. Okay, is there like a Bulgarian split squat roll here?
There's rolls, but I don't know if you mean...
Do you know the roll that I'm talking about? We're just gonna use this thing here.
Oh, that roll.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know, but I don't think...
It's fine, we can use that one.
Okay.
Oh, this bench is heavy. The hell?
This is the first time I'm doing those on the Smith machine, so...
Oh, nice. Okay, this is way too far back. Okay, so first of all, a lot of people don't know the distance between your leg, like how far back should your leg or your bench be. What you can do is you're gonna sit down on your foot, you're gonna extend your leg, and this is gonna be your distance. Like, then just stand up, this is gonna be your distance.
Yep.
Wait,
That's
too
great
high.
advice.
Let's see.
Nice.
This has to go further back even. And also like one other thing, like don't be scared to like readjust things. Like I feel like a lot of women, they're like, okay, no, like it's fine, I'm just gonna work with what I have. No, like set it up right, you know? Like don't be scared. Yeah. No one is actually watching or judging at the gym, I think. Like,
no, everyone's
people,
just
they
with
have it
themselves.
so much in their head, like, oh my God, everyone is watching me. Like, no, everyone is so much in their own zone.
I think
they don't care what you do.
I think maybe like 20 years ago, but nowadays everyone's on podcasts, social media, like doing their own stuff. So
nice. Okay, so let me walk you through this.
Yes.
What we're gonna do is, again, it's actually not a upward and downward movement. It's more of like, so think instead of an elevator, think of an escalator. So you're not going up and down. We're not doing this. We're doing this. We're going backwards to the bench and then coming up. So think about like you wanting to sit on the bench, which you can't, but just think about you wanting to sit there.
Nice.
This way, your glute is gonna have the biggest stretch possible. And what do we know about growing muscles? The bigger the stretch,
the bigger the gain.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That's great advice. Yeah, these mind-muscle connection tips are so important, especially for glutes, right?
Yes.
I think if you have a great mind-muscle connection with the glutes, your growth is just gonna explode.
Yeah, so this thing is really light. Like, it's crazy, Smith machine weights actually, like, they vary so
really?
much.
They're different. That's crazy.
Some Smith machines are 5 kg, some are 30.
Yeah.
So, like, it depends on your Smith machine so much. This one is, like, really light. It's probably, like, 5 or 10 kgs max.
I think that's the biggest struggle when traveling, right? It's like the weights are different everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
Yes.
Do you want to have a try?
Is that okay for me? Like,
that's light.
The weights. Okay.
That's gonna be light, I think.
All right, so I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah.
Like this?
Further to the front? Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now stand up. Yeah, go under the bar. Unhook it. Yes.
Wow.
And think about, it's light, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. And think about driving your glutes to your heel. Nope. Even further back.
Okay.
Like instead of going down, you're going back.
Yeah.
Try again. Better.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
But it's actually great that it happened because
Yeah.
it means that you had too much weight in your back leg.
Okay.
But we're working only from the working leg.
Yeah, I was focusing too much on the behind leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So only like your entire weight and strength is coming from the leg that you're standing on.
Okay.
You can go even more backward.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like you see, my knee
Yeah.
is like literally straight to the
that's
parallel to the
perfect.
ground because I'm pushing backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
Like your knee is going here.
Yeah.
This is what you're doing now. But go here.
So the more the knees forward, the more it's more quad dominant.
Yeah.
And the glutes is not working as well. Got it. Yeah, it's small things like that that make a big difference. So it's good that you have that down. You could literally be going to the gym for years and years and doing exercises the wrong way. And you're wondering why you're not making progress because of a few simple changes. So videos like this are helping me and are helping hopefully you as well to get more growth of your glutes, get the mind muscle activation, mind muscle connection, and do the right exercises. Nice. I'll do the dumbbell.
Okay, we can show that as well.
Yes. Let's do the dumbbell one.
So if you don't struggle with balance, then you can do dumbbell as well.
Yes. I think both is great.
Yeah.
But
No, dumbbell is great. I can't balance.
yeah. Okay. But definitely one of my most hated exercises as well.
I actually love it on the Smith machine,
Yeah.
but I don't like the dumbbell version at all.
All right, so I can just do it here. Maybe. But maybe I've been doing it wrong again. Like maybe.
Yeah, again, don't do the elevator, do the escalator.
Okay.
So I think for glutes, have your upper body like leaning forward.
Okay. Yeah.
Better. I think you can still get a bigger glute stretch, but that's already good.
Yeah. This is working a bit better for me.
Slow it down. Nice.
Okay. Nice.
That's like 3 reps.
I'll do 4 or 5 reps.
Nice, looks better. Slow it down though, like really
Yeah. Okay.
nice.
The leaning forward is really the game changer, I think.
Yeah.
Because it gives you more stability. Like.
But you see like how much you're trying to balance?
Yeah.
If your foot, like it's wobbling the whole time. And if this is happening, you can't really like isolate your glutes as well.
That's a good point.
Actually, what I do, I cheat a little. If I do it with dumbbells, you know, there's like the preloaded bars. I just put the preloaded bar here and I just hold on to it. And that actually helps because then I can just like, obviously like don't grab it, just like hold it for balance and that actually helps.
You're talking about the, what was it called?
The Bulgarian split squat roll.
Okay.
Insert
So
a
the
picture
thing.
here.
Okay, good. Awesome. So we had Romanian deadlifts
Yes.
that hit which part of the glute?
So mainly the glute maximus, which is the biggest glute part, glute muscle.
Yeah.
But also like obviously like it's a compound lift, so like also your hamstrings are involved, the other glute muscles as well, but like mainly the glute maximus.
Would you say the compound lifts are crucial to build the glutes?
Definitely.
Can't you just do like kickbacks?
No.
Yeah,
Absolutely
it's a trick
not.
question. It's a trick question.
No, so like for example, kickbacks are mainly the glute medius, which is like the medium-sized glute part, and obviously like that is going to give you growth, but only like in the upper part, but not the lower part. And you want like a roundly, nicely, well done peach.
Yeah, I think a lot of girls, they just do, and go in the gym, do like the kickbacks,
Yeah.
right? And it's maybe the abductors,
Yeah.
and they hope for the best, but you really need the Romanian deadlifts,
Yeah.
the split squats, or the squats in general, right?
Yeah.
So what's next then? Like, what's the next best exercise, I guess?
I think we just have to include hip thrust.
Yes.
Like I can't be asked to set it up right now, but I think we just have to walk through this motion. Because like I think this is probably like the best movement to like actually build your glutes, because you can load up on so much weight in such a short time. Like you're just gonna like grow strength in that movement so quickly.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do you have some tips for the setup, for like the usual gym, how to make it easy?
Yeah, so like I don't use a bench because the bench is usually way too high. Like you don't want to like lift the bar on top of the bench. You want to be able to like start the lift right away. So I use a box. We have boxes over there. I use like a 12-inch box.
Okay.
Don't know in centimeters.
Sounds
But
good.
12 inches is perfect.
Good, let's do it.
This is the thickest pad I've ever seen.
That's insane.
This is crazy. I'm not sure if I can use that. Leave the 20s on.
Okay, cool.
Just take, yeah.
Will do.
So for hip thrust, you need a weight that's high enough for you to be able to roll the bar over your legs. Because if it's too low, you have to lift the bar on top of yourself, and you don't want to do that. So you need like, 20s are usually great, unless you have like CrossFit weights at your gym, then the 5s are also like the same height. But 20s is usually like the minimum weight that you can start hip thrusting with. Ooh.
So would you say that the beginner can start with, so this is like 45 pounds plate, right?
Yes.
So would you say a beginner can start with that, with hip thrust?
No. Like if you've never lifted before, this is going to be way too much for you. But the good news is, only like within like 3 months of like training consistently, you'll be able to do this weight. Like hip thrust, again, you're using like the strongest and biggest muscle of your entire body. So you'll be able to like actually increase your strength so fast.
Yes. Each lift you do, especially compound lifts, add to your strength in other lifts too. So
Maybe let's
that's
start
the
with this
benefit.
one.
That's huge. But that's good, right? Because most people, they have pain when they do hip thrust. So you got to get those pads if you can.
Oh, please never do hip thrust on a bare barbell. Like,
Yeah. I've seen some women do it with like a mat.
yeah, you can like roll. Like
Which
if you
is-
don't have the, like I think it's worth investing in like a really great pad. I have one at home as well.
Yeah.
But if your gym doesn't have that and you're still waiting for it, then like just use like yoga mats and roll them together. All
There you go.
right.
Everything for the glute gains.
Anything for the glute gains. So, I think this box is actually less than 12 inches. It's way
Yeah.
less.
The range of motion is not that.
Yeah, but it's fine. We're gonna work with it.
Yeah.
So normally, ideally, the box is like until where my bra ends, which is like the perfect height, because you want basically your shoulder blades to be on top of the bench, box, whatever you're using. So this one is a bit short, but it's fine. Like I think shorter is better than too high. Your feet are going to be in an angle, so when you're at the top, it's exactly 90 degrees. Because if it's too far out or too close, you're gonna have way more glutes, way more quads or hamstrings, depending on if you're too far or too close. So like literally having it like at 90 degrees is gonna target your glutes the best. And when you're coming up, like really only use your hips. Like I'm not like swinging my entire body, which I see very often. Like your upper body is completely stable. It's not moving at all. Lowering slowly, coming up with strength, holding for like half a second to a second at the top to really engage your glutes, and lowering down. I'm going to give you another tip that I can show you without the barbell. You're going to think about scooping your, I guess, like hips to the top. Like really think of like a scooping motion and really like engaging your glutes when you're at the top. Like this is going to be the movement that you're doing. I'm not moving anything else, it's just the hips and glutes that are moving. Okay? Great.
And you look forward, right? You don't look down, you look to your knees.
You don't look down. Like usually I tell my clients, imagine you have like a tennis ball between your chin and neck, right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to hold it so you don't move your head.
Yes.
You're like just looking like straight. You're not looking up, you're not looking at the bottom. Just look like straight in front of you.
Nice.
Do you want to give it a go?
Yes.
Have you done hip thrust before?
Honestly, this is news. I've never done hip thrust in my life.
Oh my God! I'm teaching Fritz how to do hip thrust.
I've done it with glute bridges. So I've done glute bridges, but that's a different story.
This is the perfect way to teach people, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm
hip thrust newbie.
I
hip
saved,
thrust virgin.
I saved all these exercises just for this tutorial for
Amazing.
you guys. All right.
So I'm gonna watch him from the side, so I can like correct his foot positioning. So for example, someone like Fritz, he could use a bench because he's tall. How tall are you? Like
196.3.
Pretty tall. Most women are not that tall. So you could use a bench because for you it would be like definitely like a great hike.
Yeah.
But like for me, I would need to like scoop the weight on top of the bench.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Makes sense. All right. Is that good?
Come up and I'll tell you. I think it's way too far apart, but we'll see in a second. Yeah. Put your feet even closer.
Closer?
No, sorry, closer to your body.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yes, you got it.
Oh, okay, cool. That gives more leverage.
Go. Yes, that looks great.
And you place it more. If it hurts, then I place it higher.
So I usually put the barbell like, I don't know what the specific part is called, but like it's not on my bone, it's like right underneath it. Because like on the bone it hurts,
okay.
it's like right underneath the hip bone. Yeah. I think you can have your feet a little bit further apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And come further up on the bench. So you see, like your shoulder blades where they end, they have to be on top of on the corner.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that makes it easier for sure.
And your feet closer to your body. Yep.
First time. Hip thrust
We're
version.
doing good here.
Let's go.
Let's go. Looks good.
Oh, much better.
Nice. Yep. Nice. Really hold here for half a second. Great. And then come down. Nice. Do you feel it already?
Oh yeah. It's good.
Like
wow.
usually, like if you do it like for like one of the first times, it burns so much in your glutes. That was good.
Stay tuned, guys. The glutes are gonna blow up.
Like I did hip thrust on the first time.
This is great though. Like the setup isn't that bad.
No, it's not.
Once you can roll it over.
Oh, but like you really have to like when you put like the bench or the box, like you have to have something in the back because otherwise it's gonna like slide. So you really have to like secure this.
So what's an alternative for someone who wants to get the same benefits, but it's like, the setup, I don't know.
I mean, a lot of gyms have hip thrust machines. We have one here as well. They're already like pre-set up for you. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I think it's a great starting point. But also I think just get over your lazy ass.
Yeah.
Like honestly, you're gonna hip thrust like once a week. It's once a week taking like 5 minutes for setup and 5 minutes for like putting it back. Like it's not that much time and effort, like if you break it down on like a whole month, you know? Like I think just get over it, like just do it.
Love that.
Like I think hip thrusts are such a necessity to grow your glutes, so.
Perfect. All right, so we finished 3 exercises now, mostly the compound lifts,
Yes.
right? So we did
RDLs, hip thrusts, Bulgarian split squats. Now we're moving on to the isolations.
Yes. So compounds versus isolations. For someone that doesn't know the difference, what is the difference?
So compound lift is like basically targeting multiple joint and muscle groups. For example, hip thrust, we are mainly targeting the glutes, but also like quads and hamstrings are like secondarily involved as well. Whereas the isolation movements are isolating a singular muscle. They're isolating a singular muscle part.
Yes. So it's important to do both, right?
Yeah.
Because if you only do compounds, then you can't really work on the details of a certain muscle groups. If you only do isolation lifts, then you're not really getting any stronger. The muscle isn't really growing that much. So you want to have a combination of both. And for glutes, especially, isolation lifts are a killer, right? So
they're great. They're especially great like at the end, so you can like really burn out your muscle and like really feel it.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're gonna start with cable kickbacks.
Cool.
And
do that.
yeah, so we're gonna use an ankle strap. Very high school.
Old school.
Very old school here. But if you don't have one, again, I suggest you investing in one. They're really cheap on Amazon or whatever. If you don't have it, you can start first with like this regular attachment here, or even you can like hook the hook in your Schnürsenkel.
Really?
What's it called?
What is it called? I don't know what it's called. Do you know what it's called?
Carabiner.
Schnürsenkel?
No, Schnürsenkel.
Like you can hook it. You can hook it in your shoes.
Shoelaces.
Yes,
There you
shoelaces.
go.
Really? Can you do that?
Yes. You can
Interesting.
actually like you can just like hook it in at the very front here.
Wow.
I won't do this with my very new shoes, but you can do that. It
Nice
actually
shoes. Let's go.
Okay, so
Yes, setup important.
this thing.
As she said, you can buy your own. You don't have to use the gym ones.
Yeah, most gyms actually don't provide those.
Yeah.
So definitely get your own ones.
The cable tower, by the way, is a great asset to have
Yeah.
for any exercise. But let's start with kickbacks.
I think kickbacks is probably one of the exercises where you do the most mistakes. And I'm just going to show you a specific variation where you can eliminate most of the mistakes that people do. And you can target like the glute medius, which is like the middle part and also the medium-sized part of the glutes, the best. So what you're going to do, maybe like, do you have my feet on the video?
Yeah.
Like step over the cable, so your legs are basically crossed. I'm going to lower, no, I think it's fine. So you're basically going to have a crossed legs, and then you're going to like kick to the back. But what we're doing here, we're actually kicking to the side. We're not kicking fully backwards. And this way, you're like fully isolating the glute medius. And with this lift, I don't think you need a lot of weights at all. Like you really do this slowly, and you're really going to hold at the top. And right now I'm like squeezing the muscles so much, like I can feel it like crazy. Like even though I'm working here with like 5 kilos, it's like baby weight, but like it's gonna like work so well. What I see like most girls do is like trying to load up on the weight and like just like really smash them out.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna really work. Like it burns already, like it's crazy
Nice.
if you do it right. And really like stabilize yourself. Like I obviously like I've done this so many times, I don't have to. But in the beginning, like really stabilize your body. So only your leg is moving. Like you're not moving your front leg, you're not moving your upper body. Like everything is stable, just the leg is moving, okay? Like nothing else. Like really hold on to whatever you can hold on to. All right.
Great stuff.
I want to see you do these.
I'm ready. I'll be the dummy. I think that's where the main difference is between workouts for men and women. I think obviously both should train legs and upper body, but then I think for women maybe a bit more lower body focus.
Yeah.
And then men mostly do the bicep curls and the triceps.
Yeah.
and all
I mean,
that.
I think either way, like whatever your gender is, you should train your entire body, like let alone for like health benefits.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I definitely like train legs more.
How do you grow actually? Like, is there a way to progressively overload that you prefer? Like, how do you actually get stronger? How do you build more muscle?
I think hypertrophy is like the only way to go. Like you have to like progressively overload, like either with weights, with shortening your rests, or like really intentionally like slowing down. Like there's so many ways.
There's different
but, like,
ways, right?
You have to progressively overload like all the time.
That's
so you're
right.
just gonna do the same ways, the same reps, the same everything. Like your muscles are gonna adapt and nothing's gonna happen.
That's right. So let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I used the wrong leg, I think.
No, it's correct, but you have to step over like this.
Okay.
Yep. Correct.
And now I'm moving this way.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It just looked like a dog that's peeing at the tree. It's fine.
Okay, okay.
So don't bend your knee too much.
Yeah.
Like really like have your leg like obviously a little bit bent, but like
Yes.
mostly straight.
Okay.
And like really lift only out of the bottom part. Like don't try to lift from your knee.
Okay.
Better? Better?
Is my leg placement right? I feel like it's hindering me.
Do it again. No, it's fine. You can have this like a bit more closer.
But you were
to
also
the,
leaning forward a bit,
a
right?
little bit, yes. Yep. Like you should really be feeling your glute medius here.
I do feel it, yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
Nice.
that's crazy.
And really try to hold at the top. Yep. No hold at the bottom, only at the top.
This is strong. Like this
I
works the
know.
glutes.
Yeah.
It burns.
Nice.
Okay.
Great.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Because the problem is like if you do it like regularly, like without the stepping over, you're involving your glute maximus a lot. But the glute maximus is such a big muscle, and if you're gonna work with like 5 kgs, not so much is gonna happen. So like really try to like isolate the right part of the glute depending on what exercise you do. And adjust the weights to it as well. Good stuff.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, the difference between compounds and isolation is really, like the name already says, you really feel this isolated part working, where
Yeah.
the RDLs, you feel the glutes, you feel the hamstrings,
Yeah.
you feel everything working.
Yeah.
So
Okay, ready for
that's
the
great.
last exercise?
Yes. So would you say that 5 exercises
Perfect.
is enough?
Yeah, I think 4 to 5 for a great leg day is good.
Nice.
Yeah, I never do more than 5, ever.
Cool. Let's do it then. Last exercise.
Okay. We're going over to
Careful, it's wet.
the last exercise is the adductor. And that's actually a funny one because like I see most women hammering out the adductors so much because you feel it in your entire glute. Like we're gonna do this now, you're gonna think, oh my God, my entire glute is on fire. I'm working my entire glute. But this is actually isolating only the glute minimus, which is like the smallest glute part, which is actually not really even visible. It's like you're working out like the side, like if you can insert like an anatomy of the glutes, it's so small, you're not gonna really like see the difference. We're still training it because we're not only training for aesthetics, but also for strength and overall health and everything like that. But trust me, like this exercise, do it once a week and it's more than enough because you're not actually like gonna grow visibly your glutes like that.
So you're saying that even though something feels great, it doesn't mean that it makes a huge difference for your growth, right?
So you're gonna feel it in your glutes, but it's gonna be only the glute minimus. You're not gonna like, it's not targeting any other glute muscle parts. So
Cool.
just like be aware of that. Like if you're thinking you're growing your entire glute with that, you're actually not.
But what do you think about machines in general?
Yeah.
Like, do you think you should only train with weights or should you combine? And what's the benefits of machines or free weights?
I think a combination of both is great. I think it depends so much on the machine though. Like there's great machines, there's machines where I'm like, just don't use the machine at all because it's really bad.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the machine a lot, but I think a combination of both is great. I think you shouldn't train only with machines because I think there's a lot of benefit in like using free weights as well. But yeah, I think especially for like isolation movements, I think machines can be quite good.
Yes, let's do it. You said you've never used this one, right? Standing?
Yeah, so this is actually like a standing abductor. Usually they're seated, so most likely your gym is gonna have a seated one, but like it's gonna be the same thing.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. So you're just gonna, I'm gonna squat in my imaginary seat, and you're gonna drive your legs apart. Ooh, slippery. So I think this one is quite self-explanatory. Like it's quite easy to understand. Like I think that's the great part about like using machines in the beginning, because they're like very geführt.
Guided.
They're very guided. There's not much you can do wrong. Like there's almost no mistakes that can be done as long as you adjust the machine towards your body and everything. I think there's not much that you can do wrong. So especially in the beginning, I think machines are a great start. Ooh.
Yes, I agree.
Jesus.
Nice.
So again, this is only working the glute minimus, and this is actually the only exercise that's working the glute minimus. That's why we're not skipping it. Feels like my whole glute is on fire.
Nice.
Ooh. You want to give it a go? It's actually a fun machine.
Let's go.
I like it.
I'm excited. Okay, you sit down a bit?
Yeah, you're like gonna squat as if there is a seat, but
Yep.
there is no seat. I think you can go even lower. Yes. It's probably a bit light, but it's fine. Really hold at the top, hold here. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes. Intention, hold. Yes. He's dying. Yes.
Yes. My glutes are like finally.
Nice.
Wow, this is.
Be honest, Fritz, it's probably your first ever glute workout.
It is. It is.
It is. How long have you been lifting now?
6-7 years.
Really hold it at the top.
Wow.
Nice.
The burn is good for sure.
Well done.
Thanks. Great stuff. Okay, so we only did like 1 or 2 sets each. So how many reps and sets would you recommend for maybe a beginner and then maybe intermediate when it comes to leg exercise?
Yeah. I think like
Glutes.
working on a 3 to 4 set ratio is always great, depending on like no matter if you're beginner or advanced or whatever. I think like 3 to 4 sets per exercise is always great. And for muscle growth, you always should be working between 8 and 12 reps per exercise per set. Because if you're doing less than that, you're mainly targeting your strength without really like visible muscle growth. If you're doing anything above like 15 reps, you're targeting your muscle endurance, which is not, doesn't have to do anything with growth. You're still gonna feel the burn, so it's very like misleading. You're still gonna feel like, oh my god, like I'm like my muscle, I can feel it, it's burning, like it's really aching, but your muscle's not gonna grow from that. Like for example, a lot of girls go on a Stairmaster, they do like a 20-minute workout, they're like, oh my god, I feel my glutes are gonna grow. No, they're not gonna grow. There's no resistance towards your muscles at all, so you're not gonna achieve any growth. So really stay between like 8 to 12 reps per set.
What do you say for workouts like yoga, Pilates? Do they grow or tone the glutes at all? What's your opinion on those?
A lot of people love-hate me for this because I believe that like mainly only strength training is gonna grow your glutes, or like any muscle really. Like obviously it's still healthy, it's still good. Please do yoga, please do Pilates if you enjoy it. But if your main goal is to like really grow muscle, not so much is gonna happen because your muscle really needs resistance and stimulus and stress. And if you're just doing like, 100 like kickbacks with your band, again, this is muscle endurance. You're gonna be able to do more and more, but this is not gonna help you grow the muscle. So really just like be clear on your goals, like what do you want to achieve? Do you want to be able to do more sets, or do you just want to be able to grow your muscle and like make them bigger visibly?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of women also, they would like to tone their glutes, tone the body. And what does toning actually mean? Toning means building muscle, right? Losing fat and building muscle, that's where toning happens. So yes, yoga, Pilates are great exercises to do, but if you truly want to tone up, grow your glutes, grow like more toned arms, then you do want to do strength training and get strong every week. So this was the workout. We'll finish with some mistakes in the next scene, like the mistakes that people are making. So see you in that one. Action. So let's talk about mistakes. Wioletta, what do you see? What kind of mistakes are people making when it comes to growing their glutes or in general workouts as well?
Yeah, I think one very common mistake that I actually used to do myself is training too much and too often. Like I think a lot of women think the more I do, the more often I go, the more I train, the faster, the quicker, the bigger, the better my glutes or whatever muscle is gonna grow, which is really, really wrong because actually like overtraining is a big thing, and I think you're gonna talk about this quite a lot as well. But like a lot of people think that when they go to the gym, this is when the muscles are growing. But the muscles are actually growing in the recovery phase, which is when you exit the gym. So like truly, like not during the workout is when the growth happens, that's actually where the damage happens, which is actually a thing, like you're damaging your muscles, and then your muscle tissue is going to repair itself, and then it's going to grow. So like if you're not taking care of yourself in the recovery phase, your muscle tissue is not going to repair itself, and then you're just going to walk around with damaged muscles. So you're not going to, but like your muscle is just not going to grow. So like really like honoring your rest period and like your time off the gym. Like training, for example, legs or like any muscle back to back, like day after day, is not a great idea. Like you need at least like 48, if not 72 hours rest between the muscle part before you train it again.
Yes. So overtraining is unfortunately very prevalent in women specifically, because a lot of them think the more they do, the better. And the recovery is one piece. The other piece is what it does to your hormones, right? As a woman, if you're overtraining, like you are basically messing with your 28-day cycle. You're risking basically missing out on your periods. A lot of women we've coached in our program have had that problem when they come to us. It increases your cortisol levels, right? Your stress levels, so you retain water, you look more watery, you gain weight, and it also leads to overeating, right? Which is maybe another topic we can dive into. Before we do that though, I'm curious, how often then should they train per week? How often should maybe women, and then also I can talk about men, how often should they train per week for results?
I think the minimum would be 2 times per week if you're training twice a week, which is, I think, fine. I think 3 times is probably better, but 2 times is still fine. Like I think twice is like probably the minimum. Then you should be training in like a full body split. Even 3 times a week, I recommend a full body split. If you're able to do 4 times or more, then obviously like splitting like upper and lower body. Like I personally train 4 to 5 times a week, never more than that, because I need rest periods as well. And that's also like the only way to like actually having enough rest in between working the same muscle group again.
I think 4 to 5 times for women is definitely the maximum, I would say. And you don't need more than that. For men, also anywhere between 2 to maybe 5, maybe 6 times if you really want to push it. But again, men have the advantage, our hormone levels are a bit more stable.
A bit.
So we do have the benefit there. But let's talk about nutrition as well, right? So let's say we have the exercise covered, we're doing all the exercises you said, we're consistent, all that. But what does nutrition play a role here? Like, does it even matter if you do the right training? And obviously it's a huge topic, we can't say everything in this video now. But if you have to boil it down, what would be the most important pieces for nutrition if you're trying to build your glutes and like obviously build muscle in general?
Yeah, so I think like muscle plays a major role. Like it's such an important piece of the puzzle. Probably like, I mean, not more important or like equally as important, but like really important. I personally always say like for women especially, it's 80% of importance, or like at least 80% like towards the goal, because like nutrition is gonna make or break your entire transformation, your results, whether you're gonna build muscle or not, whether you're gonna lose body fat or not. Like nutrition is just so important. I think a lot of women actually like undereat, not only in calories, but mostly in protein. Like I think a lot of women are like, oh my God, I eat so much protein. They have like 1 egg for breakfast, and I'm like, this is 5 grams of protein. This is not enough. Like I think really like focusing on like having high protein meals, like protein with every meal, not only for breakfast and only for lunch, but with every single meal. And like really like, just knowing how many calories you're actually eating, where your calories are coming from. Just like really focusing on nutrition. Like you just have to nail it to actually achieve results.
It's actually, it goes as far as you can train as hard as you want. If your nutrition is on point, it's basically for nothing.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, still health reasons, I think you're still going to get some health benefits, but in terms of like a physical transformation, probably nothing is going to happen.
It's really unfortunate, and that's what we see, that's what I see, for example, people doing like group cycling classes or even yoga, or like group classes in general. The gym I went to in Switzerland, I just saw always the same people come and go. And I went there for like 2 years and they still look the same.
They look the same.
It's
I know,
crazy.
This is so shocking.
So they're like super consistent, which is great. And it's good for your like cardiovascular health too. But they look the same, so it's really interesting. And don't be afraid of carbs, right? So especially if you're trying to get stronger, you need carbs, because carbs are the main kind of source of energy in your workouts and power output. So if you're trying to avoid carbs, not gonna come very far. So how many carbs do you eat? Do you have like pasta and stuff? Or rice?
Oh, rice I eat literally every day.
Oh my God.
I literally eat rice every single day. I think carbs are definitely really important, and I actually personally underestimated that importance as well, because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have carbs like just for dinner. But like you actually have to, or like not have to, but like it's preferable to like actually have your carbs around your workout, so you have energy pre-workout, but also like you replenish your glycogen storage after your workout as well. So there's like a lot of like, you can probably tell already, so many like little factors that you maybe have never heard of before, because nutrition is complex. Like it's not like a super easy thing. Like we could probably sit here and talk about it for hours and hours. Could be like 10 separate videos, but like nutrition is so important. Like please don't underestimate that part.
Yes, there you go. So that is all you need to know for now in terms of how to maximize your glute gains. And thanks so much, Wioletta. This was really helpful.
Yeah, of course. Thanks.
You're crushing it, obviously. So where can people find you if they want to check you out or work with you?
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel as well, Instagram, obviously. So anywhere with my name, it's Wioletta or Wioletta Tuschnio. You can probably spell my name out for people because it's not the easiest.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. It was a pleasure being on this channel.
For sure. At 11 p.m.
11 p.m.
We're clocking in here, clocking in late for you guys. So thanks so much for watching. Apply these tips, these exercises, and grow your glutes. Thanks for watching. And if you like this, leave a comment and a like. Thanks so much. See you in the next video.